One thing that we noticed on the way to Munnar was that the roads were very nice. So even if you're planning to travel in own vehicle, the roads are pretty good. It took us around 4 hours to reach Munnar, including one stop for lunch and another pit stop for tea. Upon reaching the resort, the first thing we noticed was that the vehicles are parked at a distance from the reception. From this point onwards, the resort is a no vehicle and no plastic zone. Also, to reach the rooms could be slightly more difficult for the elderly as there is a walk to the room from the electric buggy drop-off point, which is a mini trek in itself. The resort has its own nature walk, which was part of our package. So after resting for around half an hour, we went for the nature walk at 5 p.m. The trek was of around 1 hour and we reached at one of the tea estates owned by Tata. The view was definitely worth the effort. As we came back, we were informed that the majority of spices used in the food were grown in the resort itself. The Hornbill restaurant is also one of the famous restaurants in Munnar. There were limited options for vegetarians though, so we had dinner and checked out for the day. There's nothing much to do in Munnar at the night time. As one of the locals told us, Munnar is a tourist heaven in the day, but a forest at night. The next morning was blissful, and the breakfast buffet was really good. We checked out and moved to the reception at around 10 am. The plan for the day was to cover all the points towards the top station and reach Rivulet Resort by 4 pm, so that we do not miss any activities at the resort as well. We could have covered Eravikulam National Park, but it was closed in February. Our first stop was Photo Point. It was beautiful and crowded. The place has a lot of local photographers. We got the deal where he'd click the photos and we'd pay ₹30 for the soft copy of each photo we select. A word of caution. Sometimes they'll click 200 photos and then will offer a bulk deal. It is always better to select photos because most of them would be just repetitions of the same photo. Our next stop was Carmelagiri Elephant Park. There is an option to take elephant ride, and if you don't want to, you can just observe these magnificent creatures at a very close distance. From Carmelagiri, we moved to Matupeti Dam. On the way, we found a roadside honey vendor and purchased fresh forest honey from him. We did not take a stop at Matupeti Dam. It was just a normal dam, and it could also be due to the season, as February in Kerala marks the beginning of summer and the water levels were very low. Our next stop was Echo Point, and it certainly lived up to its name.
आया
There are also nice little shops just outside Echo Point. The one on the side of Echo Point offered us a good price and we bought a few souvenirs. There is another beautiful viewpoint just 1 kilometer towards the top station from Echo Point. From here, we decided to go back to the resort and to skip top station, as it would have taken another hour, which didn't seem worth for a viewpoint. Also, our Sarthi suggested something better. On our way back, we went to Ripple Tea Factory, from where we bought some tea and it also had an amazing viewpoint. Ideally, you need 3 days to visit all the tourist places in Munnar. On one day, you can go towards the top station direction, Chinna Kanad on the other day, and Thekdi on the day after that. Also, if you want to cover Ravikulam National Park, you can do that on the same day while going to the top station direction by leaving early. Another option is to go till the Echo Point, come back and visit the Ravikulam National Park.